Now you all are progressing as students in this class, and so we may have to change things, but trust, I will let you guys know via email, via announcement, and then go in and change our syllabus statement at that moment. Technology clause. We're in an online class. We are going to use technology to mainly communicate with one another, hence the video diary activity. And so I suggest that you guys become extremely comfortable with using technology. On the course syllabus, I have information about setting up your Zoom Cloud account to communicate with me. I also have a link to various apps that you can use to assist you in progressing through this class as well. The withdrawal date for this course is October 29th, 2015. And so now I want to talk a little bit about your assignments for the course. So you have a test 1 and a test 2. They're both worth 100 points apiece. You have short papers 1 and 2. And guess what? Your short paper number 1 topics are already available for you guys to submit those. Short paper 2 topics will become available within the next couple of weeks for you guys. And then you have your communication and organizations video diary, which is worth 200 points. And your first assignment for the video diary is actually coming up due this Sunday. What I really enjoy about this project is that it gives not only myself but your colleagues an opportunity to actually hear your voice and to see how you are, and you can look back on this material once you've completed the class, once you finish this, to see what have I learned, what did I know in August what didn't I know in August that I now know in December. And you have an opportunity to have this diary available for you at any time. I think it's a very interesting tool that we can use, especially when communicating in the virtual world. I can talk a little bit more about the video diary and that assignment just to make sure that everyone is comfortable with it. So everyone, myself included, this is my first video diary entry for the semester, will keep a monthly diary documenting their experiences. So instead of us having these weekly type discussions, we're going to have a monthly video diary that should last anywhere between 4 and 6 minutes. My initial entry is definitely going to be much longer than your initial entry, but in order to receive the full credit for your assignment, you want to make sure that your video diary entry lasts anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes. It's okay if you go over a little longer. You have a lot to say, you're very passionate, but you must meet that 4-minute mark when it comes to the video diary. You'll soon see that getting to the 4 minutes will be very easy. Sticking within the 6 minutes is going to be the hard part, especially once we get into the meat of our material. Feel free to use any type of device that you want to. I'm actually recording right now from my iPad. I have a camera on my office computer. I have a camera on my home computer. You can even record from your phone, any type of tablet. If you are on campus and you say, hey, Dr. Murray, I don't actually have the tools to record. My smartphone, the video isn't working, or my tablet, for some reason, it's not working either. You can always come to campus and rent a laptop for up to 2 hours. You can rent an iPad. You can rent a Kindle. Did you guys know that you can get those services here at school? Well, if not, you can. And you can rent them up anywhere from 2 hours to a couple of days, and you can make your video recordings at that time using those devices. I've also placed in 2 different areas on Blackboard in your helpful hints as well as in your video diary folder information on how to properly set up your video diary recordings. You will need a YouTube page for this information. Let's see. You'll earn 30 points for your initial 4 to 6 minute video blog post addressing the monthly articles, the chapters, the topics, the films, the questions. And then you'll earn 5 points per written 100-word discussion post. What does that mean? You need to respond to at least 4 of your colleagues with a written discussion prompt. It has to be at least 100 pages or more. And you all should engage in a conversation. Don't just sit here and say, oh, I thought your video was nice, good point, and move on. That's not going to help you get the credit. And then that won't help your colleagues to understand the importance of the material that they took the time to record. And once you have those 4 posts, that will equal to 20 points. And so that will give you your 50 points per post that you have for this class. If you have any questions about posting on your video diary, please feel free to do what? Send me an email, send me a Zoom chat, or call me in the office, and I'll be happy to respond and answer to your questions. So we're going to move forward, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the video diary, because pretty soon I'm going to continue with my first entry for the video diary and share a little bit more with you guys about myself. But you want to make sure that in every video you have an introduction. So, what's your name? What's the date and the time of the video? Provide me with a proper thesis statement, as well as your colleagues with a proper thesis statement, so that we can understand where you're coming from with your information. In addition, during your response, address any questions given during the weekly course materials, or elaborate on your perspective or describe any unique experiences. For your first video diary entry, I give you about 8 to 10 questions that you should answer, in addition to addressing the article, the 100 Best Companies to Work For. And so you have enough material there to really give us a very rich and thorough video entry. As indicated, any questions about this, please feel free to ask me. With that being said, I'm scrolling now on my screen and I'm looking at the various dates that we have coming up. And so you guys have 3 assignments that are actually due this Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Your syllabus and APA quiz, which are both located in your testing quiz folder, as well as your introduction video diary, which is due by 11:30 p.m. on Sunday, August 30th. Now, with that saying, you have 1 week to earn those additional 20 points. So the first 30 points for the video diary is due this Sunday, August 30th by 11:30 p.m. The next set of 20 points, meaning that you've responded to 4 of your colleagues, is due the following Sunday, September 6th at 11:30 p.m. So you have an entire week to respond to as many colleagues as you possibly can. Keep scrolling, and some important dates that you want to remember that I'll remind you guys of is your first exam will be available the week of October 5th through the 11th. The last day to withdraw again is October 29th. And then your final test is during exam week, December 7th through 13th. So now that I've shared with you guys all of this information about the class, I want to provide you guys with a little more information about myself. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. Anyone that's had me before know that I talk about my hometown a lot. I talk about the fact that I graduated from the University of Alabama 3 times. My bachelor's degree is in political science and social work. My master's degree is in interpersonal and intercultural communication. And my PhD is in organizational communication management and leadership. Some things that you would not know just by looking at me: I'm a runner. I love to run. I train for runs. If you're a student, you like to run, send me a message. Say, Dr. Murray, I love this organization. I love this running group. I love this trail. You should check it out. And I definitely will like to check it out, and I would run with you. I love coffee. I'm a caffeine person. I like to have a fresh cup of coffee early in the morning. It really does get my day started. And so if you guys have any suggestions about good coffee places to go to in the city of Houston or in the surrounding areas, please let me know. I would love to go and frequent various coffee shops. In addition, I love football. I am a major sports fan, and so I'm so excited that this fall semester will be a good football season. Even though I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, I am excited to watch the Texans on HBO show Hard Knocks. Why am I teaching this class? Over the question that you guys have, why you're taking this class. Well, for one, my PhD is in this area. I am a corporate communication professor. However, I love talking about organizations. Every single thing that we are engaged in our life deals with communicating in organizations, whether it's for your workplace or it's an extracurricular organization that you're involved in. These are all organizations, and we must learn how to communicate properly in those organizations. My favorite childhood toy was a Cricket doll. I'm sure you guys may not know anything about a Cricket doll, but if you put in your search engine Cricket doll, it's going to be this young woman with big eyes, and she's going to have on a pink and green sweater. Pink and green sweater with green skirt, and that was my favorite toy growing up, along with a Teddy Rumpskin. Yes, I am aging myself by telling you guys of those toys. What makes me feel most anxious about this course? As your professor, I love to see you guys, hence the video diary. I love to communicate with you all. I know that some of you guys may be taking this course and you're not even located in Houston, Texas, but I love the face-to-face interaction, and I know that taking a class virtually online benefits many students, hence the reason why this class is full with 30 students in it. But I also want to have this opportunity to talk with you guys. I can't read your mind. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if you like something or if you dislike something or if you would like to see something change. And so I want to make sure that we have this open line of communication. I never want anyone to say, well, I sent Dr. Murray an email, but she never responded, or I communicated with Dr. Murray and she wasn't available. That's not true. I'm available to communicate with you guys at all times. What I plan to contribute to the class is my expertise in this area. This fall marked the beginning of my 9th year of collegiate teaching in the academy. And so I have lots of experiences teaching in the academy, but I also have real world corporate communication experiences in terms of my consulting work that I do, in addition to consulting work for organizations in the realm of training. I also consult in PR and media, and so I would love to share my experiences with you guys. Actually, you're going to be forced to hear me share my experiences with you all when it comes to media work. I've held several roles in organizations, anywhere from being the president of an organization all the way to being a member of an organization. Here at UHD, I'm a member of many different small groups and teams. I'm a member of the Arts and Humanities Department. I have a lot of philanthropic organizations that I support locally here in Houston as well as internationally. And so I have quite a bit of knowledge when it comes to communicating in organizations. In particular, I'm excited and happy to share that 2 of my pieces were published this summer. All of last school year, this past spring and then last fall, I taught a course called Destructive Organizational Communication. And in that course, we looked at emotional tyranny in the workplace, sexual harassment, racial harassment, issues impacting the LGBTQ community. We looked at hazing in the workplace. And so 2 of the pieces that I worked on dealing with hazing in the workplace have actually been published. I just also published an issue dealing with mentoring in the workplace. And now I'm working on 2 pieces dealing with leadership in the workplace and media representation. So throughout the semester, I'll be happy to share with you guys some of the research with those pieces of work. So I definitely have a lot to say. My video is way over time, but I hope that I had an opportunity to impart a little bit of knowledge, not only about myself, but about the course with you guys. As indicated before, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email, to Zoom chat me, or to call me, and I will be happy to respond to you at any time. My office is located at 1085 South, and so this is a little bit about my office that you guys can see right now. If anybody is wondering, my office is indeed pink and green. I am